Hi there, my name is Akosia and welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, we will learn how to use PostgreSQL to derive insights from business data. In this episode, we'll be analyzing category performance using product sales data. Our goal is to figure out how each of our product categories performed within the given period per quarter. Let's dive in. Our table. Now, our table is called our product sales data table. So to start off, let us see what's in our product sales data table. So we do this by using a select all from command. So we do select all from product sales data. So running this query, in our product sales data table, we have our product name, the product category, the unit price, the quantity sold, the total sale amount, the sale dates, and the product ID. So we are looking to find out how each category of products performed for a quarter in the given year. And we know in each year we have 4 quarters. So what we're going to do first is we're going to try and aggregate our total sale value. So that would help us know for each category how much we have sold. And we are also going to extract the quarter and the year from the sale dates and group this to help us better understand basically what was sold for each category in each given quarter. So let's get into it. So let's start by creating a sum of the total sale amount for each category. We do sum of a total sale amount from product sale data, and we are going to also select the category. Oh, error. Why? Oh, okay. So we're using an aggregate function. So we need to group by when we use the aggregate function. Nearly forgot that. Group by category. So now we see each of the categories and basically the total that was sold over the total period for our table. But this is not exactly what we want. Rather, we want to see what was sold for each quarter for the period within our data table. So we are going to now start with figuring out how to get our time periods, specifically our quarter periods. So let's add a statement that can help us extract the quarter from our date, which is our sale date. Again, remember for each time that you run a query that is not an aggregate query and you have an aggregate value in the query, you need to put the aggregate query in the aggregate statement in the query. So we are going to alias this as quarter, and then we are going to put quarter here. So now we see our quarter values, we see our categories, and we see what was sold in each quarter for each category. But then the quarter values alone don't give us much information. We need to know which quarter and which year was this sold in. So we're going to extract our year values too. So let's extract a year from sale date as year. And let's not forget to add our year value here so we don't get an error. Okay, left out a comma. Okay, so now for the year 2023, in our third quarter, we see kitchen sold 25,801. This can be in any currency, US dollar, euro, pound. But then, with the way this is currently arranged, it's not intuitive enough. We want to be able to see our data and know that, okay, this is exactly what this means. So we can introduce a order by clause to help us better arrange our data to make it more intuitive when we are reading it. So let's introduce our order by clause. So first, let's order by quarter to see what happens. Let's order by quarter in descending order. And also let's order by year in descending order. So here we have in 2023, in the fourth quarter, we see kitchen sold this amount, hardware sold this amount, electronics sold this amount. Now we want to be also order is such that we see the highest value at the top and then comes down to the lowest values. So we're going to add an alias for the sum and make it total sold. Then we're also going to order by our total sold. Total sold in descending order. Typo. A total sold in descending order. So now we can see that for each quarter, we have the highest sale value at the top. So we have electronics selling 64,959, followed by home selling 19,270, hardware sold 7,707. When we look at our total sold values, we see a lot of them have many decimal places behind them. And again, this is not the best for intuitively reading our output. So what we're going to do next would be to clean up our decimal places. So we could try doing this right here by rounding up our sum value, but we would realize that because we are stacking our queries, we might get an error. So because we are stacking around in some queries, we might get an error. So a way around this is to introduce a subquery. So rather than doing it this way, we will turn our main query here into a subquery. Now, why are we doing this? We are doing this so that we can clean up our total sold value and reduce the number of decimal points that we have. within each value. So we'll name this subquery. Now what we are going to do here is from the subquery, now this becomes our subquery. So we are now going to select, everything in the subquery. So we're going to select category. Going to select category. We're going to now round off the value of our total. So we're going to round it to the nearest whole number so it's easier to read. So total sold. Then we are going to select our quarter value. We're going to select our year value. So we've accounted for our quarter, year, category, and total sold. Then we are going to select it from our subquery. So now running this. Okay. So now we are able to see for each category what was sold, the quarter, and the year. So now we see electronics sold 64,960 in the fourth quarter of 2023. We are seeing that again in the third quarter of 2023, we have electronics selling 169,836. When we look at the second quarter of 2023, we see electronics selling 147,817. When we look at the first quarter of 2023, we see electronics is also selling 162,830, meaning electronics has the best sale rate over time. Sometimes a table is not very intuitive. A graph might help to better display the information. So let's test out how this will look in our graph visualizer. So as we have different quarters, let us use the stacked bar charts. On our x-axis, we will choose our category, and on our y-axis, we will choose our total sold. But we see the total sold value isn't here. So let's go back to our query and see. Okay, so when we rounded it, we didn't give it an alias. So we are going to alias this as total sold. So we have a value for it. Let's see whether it's going to appear here. No, we have to rerun our query. Okay, so back to our graph visualizer. Now we are able to access our total sold value. Then we generate our bar chart. So now in our bar charts, we can see electronics selling 64,960. That's in the final quarter of the year 2023. 169,836 in the third quarter. We see sales of 147,817 in the second quarter. In the first quarter, we see sales of 162,830. So this is dummy data. So the quarters aren't really realistic as of today. But in the event that you have business data and you want to analyze category performance for your various products over a given period of time in quarters, this is how you can do it. So I hope this video has been helpful and you have learned something from it. If there's anything that's unclear, please drop a comment in the comment section and I will respond to your comments. Until the next one, see you. Bye.